Hello everyone, good evening. So nice to be here. Trying to find myself on my iPad. To see if somebody is there, and I found the comments. Well, I found the video. Now to get the comments in place, and I have hello Diane, I'm not Else. Sorry, Else is on the road. I'm Deborah, of Deborah, as we say in Dutch. Hello Ruben. Hi Anita. Hi Marije. So much are coming in right now. Hoi Rianne. Well, this is my first time live for Elizabeth Craft Design, so I'm a bit nervous. I hope you can all hear me and understand me correctly. And well, I've done lives before, but just for a small group of people, so I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first live in English. But we'll give it a try. Hoi Lisanne. Hoi Wilma. Hoi Sil. Hi Joseph. And well, I'm gonna start in a minute. Just wait a few seconds. But I'm gonna work in the Square Art Journal from the Art Journal specials tonight. And what you see here is what I'll be working on. This is the black art journal I altered. With different things from the art journal specials. But first of all, before I forget, and I will repeat it later on, I may announce, so nice to do that, the winner of the $50 gift certificate, that's Kimberly Brown. And of course, if you want to win a gift certificate, you have to like, comment and share this live on Facebook. I will repeat it in a little while because I don't know if Kimberly is here. Today, the 7th of June, when you order something from the Art Journal specials on Elizabeth Craft Design, you get a 50% discount with the code SPOTLIGHTS. That discount goes until tomorrow. So the discount is only available if you order something today. So I hope I can show you something of the great stuff the Art Journal specials have, and we'll get started. Let me see. I will work in my Square Art Journal, and most of the things I will use are from the Picture It collection. And I already made a lot of pages in them. Mine is quite bulky already. It's not the only one. I have another one, the yellow one. And these are some of the pages I already made and posted on Facebook and Instagram. So I think some of you will know them already. And tonight I'm gonna work on a page. Where is it? This one. So I'm gonna use a white background and a design paper background The design paper is from the Reminiscence book from Esther. I think it was the first one. So I'm gonna get it out because my journal is too chunky to work like this in it. And I have to get it out so it will go better. So what am I gonna use tonight? The frames from the, what's it called? Forget all the time. Polaroid page. And I'm gonna use the tag from the sealed pocket. This is some paper from the picture collection. I made an embellishment with it a few weeks ago, and there's some stamps on there as well. Added some thread and twine and the stencils from the back, so that will go on the page. And well, this is a first. I'm gonna use a picture of my children. They're teenagers now. This is a picture from a while back, and we were in Legoland in Denmark. And normally I can't share anything from them on social media, but since this is my first live, they felt that this was a special occasion and I could use a picture from them. So we had a lot of fun. If anyone goes to Denmark on a holiday, you should go there. Hi Ruli. Let me see. I have no clue which one I'm going to use, so I die cut it out several times. And of course I'm going to use some watercolor. And I'm going to use different kind of art mediums. And yes, Belinda, it's very sweet of them. I specifically asked them because I know they don't like it to be on social media. My son hasn't even got a social media account, and my daughter does TikTok like that. But they both found it okay that I used this picture, so I'm very happy about it. Let's start. Am I still in focus? Yes, I am. So first of all, I'm going to bring some paper texture paste from Finnabair, I think. Yes, onto the page to make the pages more go together, because one is white, one is green. That doesn't go so well. This one can go out. So if you wonder what the numbers are, I have all sets of the stencils, and this way I can remember which stencil goes in which set, so that I don't have to look up the pictures every time. Am I doing this right? No, I'm not doing this right. It's not what I wanted to do. First of all, sorry, little hiccup. I wanted to color the background of the blank page to fit it more to the green page. So first of all, I'm gonna make that a little bit brown. This is just 300 grams watercolor paper. And the paint that I'm using is from Daniel Smith. I have several watercolors. I don't have the one from Elizabeth Craft Design, because I didn't know they had it when I bought my watercolor. And I just put some watercolor on the paper. Does it make any difference if they are blotches or speckles or whatever? I like it that way. And since I hope you can see it, there's a huge delay in my text and what I am saying, so yeah, I love everything ACD as well, Vanita. It's kind of addictive. But my bank account doesn't like it that much. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit darker brown. Which color should we use? Hello, Catherine. I think I'll try this one. If it's too dark, too brown, I can always take it off since the paper is wet, still wet. I'm kind of a messy journaler. Usually I don't, how do you say it, measure things, I just do. Most of the time that works out fine, sometimes it works out horrible, so that's not good. That's too yellow. But there we have baby wipes. And we take it off. I want a little bit just more brown, just more of that color. And I have more colors, but then I have hardly any space left on my desk to be creative. So that's why I limited myself to just using these colors. That's better. That's better. Okay. And now we are gonna dry it. I hope it's not too loud. It's a lovely day today here in Holland where I am. And I'm in a craft room, and we have a house with a flat roof. And I think it's like 28 degrees Celsius in here. So especially when I put on my heat gun, I feel like I'm in a sauna or something. Just that little bit over there. Hi, Venka. Well, now you can see how I make the backgrounds. I usually use two type of mediums to create this type of page. Just my watercolor or distress oxide. And lately I'm a great fan of the distress sprays, the oxide sprays. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. You can also let the page dry, but since I have limited time and I have a lot of stuff to do and I want to show you, I use my heat gun. So now I'm gonna use this stencil. It's from the Picture It collection, and I use paper texture paste. You can use any kind of modeling paste. I have several kinds, but I recently bought this one, and I just simply love the feeling of the textures. Like this shaving foam, squishy. It's just so much fun. Even though it doesn't work out, it's always fun to put this on. And I wanted to use that on the left side because I made this embellishment and I want to put it on this side. And I want to use this picture just because it's so much fun, but also because the colors are similar and I want to make the page a whole. So I will try to use the colors that are on this page on the other page as well. So I'm gonna use the same stencil, but on this side I will use green gesso, and on this side, because the picture is white and we're gonna make a frame, we're gonna do something cute with the frame, something funny. So I thought I would bring the white back to that page, so that's why I'm just using white texture paste. and I'm just going to apply it thin on my page. Just move my picture out of the way because otherwise it will get ruined. Just some splashes. Let me see, that will work out. Okay, that's it. Let's see if there are any questions in the meantime. This is so much fun to do. You know, the most important thing when you're crafting, whether it's in an art journal or painting or whatever you do, is that you have fun. Although it's sometimes very frustrating, I know. But the main thing is that you have fun. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna use is vintage antique gesso. It's from Cadence, and I'm gonna use a craft sheet underneath my how do you call this in English? In Holland we would say bureaulegger. I don't know, it protects my desk, but since this is very light, I don't want to get green stain on it, so that's why I put this underneath it, just for this step. The reason I have these plastic foils on my bottles is otherwise it will dry out a lot quicker than without the plastic, because the caps and the lids, usually the cardstock that's in here doesn't seal the jar off very well. So this is a gesso, so you can use this as a primer to prime your page. In this case I am using it as a modeling paste. I don't know if you can hear it, but there are little stones, grids in there. So you have to make sure that if you're using a gesso or a modeling paste like this, or texture paste, that your stencil's not too small. I tried this out this afternoon and it worked, so that's why I'm sure I can do this, because I thought the holes in the stencil were too small for the texture in the paste. You can hear the texture making the sound on the paper, on the stencil. I'm just applying the stencil on the corners because my picture frame that I have here, and I'm gonna show you how I made this, is gonna be on the center, so it's no use to lay the stencil over there. Now I have to place the stencil without touching the other side. And as I said, I'm a messy crafter, so probably my hands will be green in a minute, like the Hulk. Hi Katrina. Oh, that's not too bad. When I tried this afternoon, my hands were so green. It felt like I had a bucket of paint just poured over my hand, so that was not so much fun. So I hoped it would go like it did just now. So close the lid again. Thanks, Claudia. Hi from Texas. I think it's so much fun that we can see each other globally these days. I mean, when I look at my daughter, she's 15, and we live in Holland. She speaks fluently English, better than I, without an accent. But she always talks to people from America, from New Zealand, from Australia, from England, Denmark, Russia, whatever. Hardly ever from Holland. And I think that's so much fun because she learns a lot about cultures that way. Things that we think are normal here in Holland. It surprises her a lot that it's not like that everywhere. So I think it's a good thing. Okay, well, my craft sheet can go now because I'm done with my paste. I'm gonna let this dry, just so you can dry with a heat tool or a heat gun. Modeling paste or molding paste is better to let air dry because otherwise the paste can go puffy and you lose the sharp edges of your stencil. So I'm putting this aside. I just have to find a place because my desk is exploded. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, before I go on, like, share and comment so to make a chance to win the $50 gift certificate. And remember, if you order something on Elizabeth Craft Design from the Art Journal Specials today, you get a 50% discount using the code SPOTLIGHT. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is transfer this art frame to this one. It looks a bit goofy right now. I'm gonna paint it later on. At least I'm not gonna paint this one. I'm gonna show you how I make this one. It's one of my favorite things to use. I don't use it very often because the effect is so obvious that yeah, how do I put it? I'm afraid I will get used to it and don't like it anymore, but it's so great. So I'm gonna show you how I did that. It's so easy, and again, it gets messy. So if you don't like messy crafting, probably skip this part. And I'm still gonna use my craft mat again. Sorry, thought I was done with that. Let me see. Well, you take whatever you want to make bubbly. It looks like a dragon skin or the scale of a dragon's egg. And you can color it. It's a modeling paste. You can use it through a stencil, but you have to heat it to get this effect. So there where, as with a modeling paste, you don't must heat it. This one you should. And what's it called? It's called a lava paste. It's by Cosmic Shimmer. And you can use it on anything. And again, I use the foil so that it doesn't dry out. And it smells like a bit minty. And there's no easy way or clean way to get this on your... yeah, sure, I can put it closer to the camera. I hope it stays in focus. Where am I? Ooh, there am I. I will wait a minute to see if it focuses. Perhaps if I put something under it that is black. I don't have anything that is black. It just looks like, and it feels a little bit like the skin of, yeah, I suppose a dragon would feel. It's very soft. I don't know if you ever touched the snake. The skin of a snake looks very rough, but it's very smooth. This one feels a bit the same, but it's a bit squishy. It's like there's air in there. You have that foam that you use in the, how do you call it? When you want to make your house energy proof, there's this yellow foam that you put in the holes. That's how it feels. It's a little bit squishy. So it's called lava paste, and it's just a little jar, but it goes a long way. So there's no easy way, as I said, to do this, so I'm just gonna put it on. Piepschuim, that's it. I think it's called styrofoam in English. Dankjewel, Yildiz. Okay, so and the fun part is, the thicker you put it on, the better you see the bumps. So if you put it on just a thin layer, it won't get fluffy, and if you put on a thick layer, it will get very fluffy. Brand is Cosmic Shimmer. I don't know if you can see it. I think Cosmic Shimmer is an American brand, so I'm sure they have it in America. In Holland they have it in several hobby shops as well. So it's not very exclusive, but I think it's different. You get a certain effect with it, so you have to like whether you like it or you don't. So I'm gonna put it on. And I just put on a big fat layer. And as I told you, there's no way to do this the neat way. So if you don't like messy, skip this part. And everything that's on my craft sheet, I will put it back in the jar. But I want a nice thick layer. And the hard part is to get it to dry in a minute, because this is a very thin paper. I used 200 GSM watercolor cardstock for this. You can use any kind of paper, it doesn't matter. But that was what I had on hand. I want some more here. Okay. Now gets the tricky part. I just gonna lift this up right here, and because it is bumpy, it doesn't matter if it shows your tweezer insert. I'm gonna scrape this off because we don't want to go anything to waste, because it's so much fun. So I put that in my water, put the lid on for that a minute, and now I'm gonna dry it. No, the lava paste is from Cosmic Shimmer. But I love to combine and to show people what you can do with the stuff you have. And I have this jar like 4 or 5 years now. So when you put plastic between the lid and the jar itself, it will stay good. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it, put my heat gun down. It gets a little bit plastic-like, so we can go on. Jennifer, I don't know. I think scrapbook.com doesn't have it. I don't know. And well, I assumed that since it was not a Dutch brand, you can find it everywhere. But I will see if after the live, I will see if I can find a link to an American or English company that sells it as well. And as you can see, I hope, I will bring it closer to the camera, the paste starts to go bubbly. And whereas at a modeling paste you shouldn't, you should stop when it goes bubbly. And with this you just keep going until no part on it is smooth. Yeah, you have to heat it to get it bumpy. When you don't heat it, it will just dry and get hard like a modeling paste. So I'm gonna put it down and try if I can get this with my finger so I can hold it in camera side better. Ah, thanks, Joy. So here you can see the difference. This part is already done and it's bubbly and bumpy, and this side is not. And if you have a place on your paper that isn't bumpy enough, you can put some new paste on it and reheat it again, and it will get bubbly as well. So no worries if you can go over it twice, 3 times, doesn't matter. You don't have to get it right the first time. Ow, that was my finger. I'll put this out of sight because I'm afraid I'm going to heat my jar. We're almost there. Insulation, that was the word. Thank you. It does. That's exactly how it feels. A combination of insulation and styrofoam. It's the lightweight. And it's not white. It's kind of light beige. But you can paint it. I will go paint it in a minute. You can spray it, you can put every kind of medium on it you want to. Okay, that's it. This is the result. I have to wait a minute because there's a delay in what I say and what I see on my iPad. Thanks, Penny. Can you see it? I'm sorry, my phone isn't focusing better somehow. Maybe if I can get this out of the way. Does it have a better focus point? Yeah, okay, you can see it. Okay, that's that part. Put the lid back on. I don't know if any other brands have this. Here in Holland, I just know only Cosmic Shiver have the lava paste. So I don't know if there are any other brands that have products that are the same. This one can go aside. Okay. No. I keep throwing away my craft sheet, but I'm not done yet. So now we are going to paint. Let me see if I don't forget anything. No, I'm on track. Okay, this part I don't like, so I tear it off. Photo frame. You can use every medium you want on here. Since I already used watercolor, I thought I will use some acrylic paint, and I have different brands and different colors. I don't have a special favorite brand. I just buy something of the color and the texture that I like. In this case, this is Folk Art, and it's the color is taupe. Why do I like this color? Because it has a tiny golden shine to it, which I thought would look nice on the page to give it a little bit of bling. I like bling. You just use this is a very cheap pencil from a Dutch shop who sells a lot of cheap things. Just your ordinary pencil, doesn't matter. You don't have to buy new things, just what you have in your home. And as said, you can do this, you can color this as well with watercolor, with gesso, with acrylic paint. And I have to be careful because it's not completely dry yet. Just dab it on there. And since my the back of my page in my journal is brownish as well, I don't mind if there shows a little bit from the back through the paint. I'm sorry if I miss a lot of your comments, but it's because it's my first time and I'm very focused to do this right, because I'm very afraid that I will skip a part and have to come up with something else. But so far so good. What I was wondering when I'm watching lives myself, are you crafting along or just watching, or I was wondering what you are doing. Are you sitting in the garden watching, enjoying the sun? Are you having a break at work? Because I know in America it's like noonish. Yeah, it is. It's like a gold, but it's not. It's a beige with a golden gloss over it. It's one of my favorite colors, and I have another metallic golden one. I just love metallic paints. I'm sorry. Just not much, just for here and there a bit. Okay, that goes in the water, and I'm gonna heat this again. Some people are crafting along, some people are just watching, sitting in the garden, traveling. Oh, that's nice, traveling and watching. Two fun things at the same time. Boiling my paint a bit, I think. So I'm gonna let this dry for a bit, because I have the feeling normally it's always best to let this air dry for a bit, so that the inside of the puffy things can dry as well, since I don't have that time. And I wanted to show you how I work, because I don't like to wait. That's why I have a heat gun. And when I'm crafting, I want to finish it. Sometimes I'm stuck and I put it aside and go back to it tomorrow. But most of the times I want to finish it that day. So that's why I wanted to do this. And it's not dry completely yet, but it'll do. Okay. Let me see, what was the next thing we're gonna do? Why a sandwich bag? Because otherwise the material in the jar will dry out. The lids often don't close enough to keep the air out. So if the air comes with the materials inside the jar, whether it's this one or texture paste or gesso or whatever, the material inside dries out. So that's why I always, it doesn't look great, but it's functional and it works. This one is like 5-6 years old and it's still wet and I can use it. So yeah, I just have sandwich bags and I cut up in like little square rectangular pieces and I put on the jar so that it stays good. Except for the jars I used every day, they don't get to dry out because I use them so much, so then it's not necessary. Let me see, what did I want to do? Let me see if my page is dry yet. Yes, it is. Okay, so this was the page I was working on. Yeah. On the left side, I want to put this embellishment I made a few weeks ago, and I'm just gonna stuck it down with some double-sided tape. I want to use it as a pocket for one of these tags from the Picture It collection. So I'm just gonna glue or tape the sides down and not the whole thing. I think this one is a bit too broad, so too wide, so I'm gonna use a smaller one. Just have to find where the start is. And there's some rope in the way. Get out of my way. That side and that side. And these embellishments are so easy and cute to make. When I have leftover and scraps from my papers, from my when I'm cutting these kind of things, or just funky bits, I just save them in a bag. I can show you. It's this plastic bag. I have all these tiny bits and pieces in there, and every now and then I go through them and I mix and match them with ribbon or just tiny pieces of fabric that I have left, or rope, or things that I get from gift wraps and stuff like that, and I just put them all on my desk, and it's like a puzzle. You try and you try, and all of a sudden you have like 10-15 of these cute things, and then you just glue them down, staple them down, sew them down, and when you want to make a page but don't have much time, you can just get one of these, put them on a page, and you're fairly quickly done. Thanks, Petra. The funny thing is, until a year and a half ago, I didn't even like these colors. They were too bright. And I'm starting to like those bright colors more and more. And if you told me a year ago that I would use orange, I thought you were insane. So, taste can evolve, right? Okay, so this is the left side. This will be on the right side, like that. And I think the background is a bit too light, even though when I put my picture beneath it, to be careful because it's still wet. So I'm going to stamp, make a little bit more, make the right page a little bit more like the left page. So I'm gonna find some stamps. I didn't plan for this, so I don't have any stamps ready, but I have this basket of all my stamps from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Not just the picture, not just from the Art Journal Specials, but from every stamp they make, almost. To use them as background, so they are always on hand. I think I'm gonna use this one. It's an older one from the Art Journal Specials. It's called Words and Layers. And this one is absolutely one of my favorites, so I'm gonna use that. And I'm just gonna stamp it by hand. Why? Because I don't want a clear print on my page, but just a little bit, so I have this effect from the page over here. Let me see, and I don't know why there's brown on my stamp, because I always clean my stamps when I'm done, but page is brown as well. So like this and like this. And to make it more go together, I will put there something as well. I always use waterproof ink because I'm not a very organized crafter, and sometimes I think when everything is ready I want to use a little bit more watercolor, and in the past I've ruined my papers that way. So this is why I almost every time use ink that is waterproof, and you can use any brand you want to. I have no special preferences. Let me see. I promised at the start of the live that I would repeat the winner of the $50 gift certificate from Friday. That was Kimberly Brown. And if you want to win a $50 gift certificate, just like, comment and share this live, and you might be the next one. And just for tonight, there is, or until tomorrow, the 8th of June, there is a 50% discount on the art journal specials on Elizabeth Croft designs using the code SPOTLIGHT. Okay. Well, to go back to my children in the spotlight, I think this frame is a bit too boring. No, boring is not the good word. Egaal. Not smooth. Okay, this, by the way, is metallic paint. Paint. Looks all the same. And I'm just gonna bring some splotches over here and there to make it less egaal. I can't figure out the English word for that. And be sure not to put it on your paper. I don't want to make it look like a zebra or something, or so not too much, just thanks, Ida. I hope you're actually liking what I'm doing. I hope. I like it. I hope you like it too. Okay. I am going to glue this, although it's still wet, on my photo. And I'm gonna, because I'm impatient. Girls, your comments are on the white side of my screen, so I can't see your comments very well. So I'm most of the time guessing, but I'm going to grab a dark paper so I can hope I can see your comments better on my own screen. Let's hope if that works. Let's see, it will take a while. Oh, my stencils have to stay in place. Will that go better? Yeah, that goes better. So, okay. Oh, good to see you like it. Okay. I'm going to glue the picture frame on my picture. Like that. But I'm not going to glue it, I'm going to tape it. Where's my tape? Where did I leave my tape? Here. Normally I would tape the back side of the picture frame, but since that's wet and still a bit soft, I'm now going to tape it on my picture. That's why I just put it over there to see if it fits. And I saw that when I stay on the white spots, it should work. I'm surprised at how clean my hands still are. Thank you, Els. If you ask my friend, I craft with her a lot through FaceTime. My hands are always full of paint and ink, and normally I can't even open a stamp cushion without being full of paint, or ink. So I'm very surprised, knock on wood, but that my hands are still so clean. I see something. What did you add for bumps? The bumps are a texture paste called lava paste. You put it on thick, and when you heat it with a heat gun, it gets bumpy. Like I always call it like a dragon skin. And depending on how thick you put it on, the thicker you put it on, the bigger the bumps. I'm always having trouble to get my tape off, and now it's stuck to my journal. I like it too, Ida. I don't use it that often, but I really like it. You know, sometimes I have a lot of stuff. And sometimes I go through my stuff and think, oh, I didn't even know I had that anymore. So I decide to use it. This was one of the products that I used, that I found in the back of my... Oh, is this gonna work, guys? When you have no patience to wait until it's dry. Oh, that's okay. Dankjewel, Rianne. Well, they're not completely clean, but for my doing, this is very clean. So, okay. Now I'm gonna glue this onto here, like this. And since I'm gonna use that just normal glue. See, my picture isn't sticking to my stuff. So just putting some glue. This is just white sticky glue, nothing special. No special brand. Just white sticky glue. So I can put my picture down of my funny kids. I think I hear one of them listening at the door. This doesn't work because of the texture paste is on there, and I can't press it down because it's still wet. Okay. My heat gun is warming up, so I'll glue it down with my heat gun. In the meantime, put it down there and see which tag I'm gonna use. Normally I don't use, I have different journals for writing, different journals for art journaling, some kind of a journal hoarder, I guess. But I love to use tags to put pictures on there, or notes or funny phrases that I come across in magazines, or so I'm gonna use a label. It's from the, see, I can't remember names. It was from the sealed pocket. It's this one. And there's the pocket with the funny holes. And this is the tag. And since I didn't know which one I like best, which one do you guys like? I think that's too orange and too green. I actually like this one. It's a bit too wide, but I like it with a ribbon on top of it. Yeah, that's very neat, like Els uses them. Thanks, Joanne. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Let me see. No, that one's too orange. Or do I like this one? No, it's too plain. That one's too pink. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. It's a bit too wide, so will cut a bit off at the sides. Just a tiny bit first. Better cut again. And like I said, I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing if it works and this works. Well, the hole isn't exactly round, so it doesn't matter if the tag is. I like that. Yeah. By the way, this well, this is just plain cardstock. These are from the Picture It paper pad, and this one is from the Reminiscence book from, I think, 1 and 2. At least the background is 1 and 2. I don't know if the front is as well, but let me see. I have to move my iPad because I forgot to got some ribbon, and it's in the cupboard behind my iPad. So sorry if my arms are in frame a lot, but otherwise I think that works out. Okay. I have a lot of ribbons here, which I love to use. And now I'm gonna choose the best color, which suits it best. Blue, that would be fun because that's too light. My daughter wears blue jeans, that's too orange. And the green, the green might be nice. Okay, we have green. Black is too hard. Claudia, the ribbon, oh shoot, I forgot her name. Suzanne, I think. Claudia, I will, okay, I got lens. I'm writing it down so I don't forget. I will look it up, and I got it through Instagram. And she lives in Holland. I forgot her name. I'm so terribly bad with names and numbers, like telephone numbers and stuff. I will look it up, and I will put it as a remark at the end of the live, so you can find it. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should I use... This one can go away. Should I use green? There's green in there. It's a different color green. Or should I use the blue one? Hi RJ, yeah, I'm making a journal page. And I'm in a debate right now. Or what I could do is use both. Let me see how that looks. Or would that be too colorful? I don't know. Let's see. I actually like that. I will use both. Yeah, well, it's I see blue. I like the orange. Blue. No green. Blue. I'm waiting because I'm blue like under the pumpkin. Blue, just blue. I will do blue. Teal green. Blue. Yeah. Guys, I can't choose teal. Both look good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use both. Everybody happy. And if I get tired with one of them, I can always change it. Okay, where did I leave my scissors? I'm so glad you can't see my desk right now. I think I left my scissors here. Oh, there it is. It's like an atomic bomb went off here. Okay, and I cut it way too long. So I'm just gonna leave the tag as it is. Maybe I could put something on there later on, but sometimes I don't want to pull too hard because I'm afraid I will tear the paper. So that's why I'm struggling a bit. The tag is very long. Okay, the ribbon is way too long. So I will cut some bit off. Now it's stuck. Okay. And don't throw away those tiny bits. You can use them on the embellishments like I did here. I just have a little bowl on my desk where I put all these paper scraps and ribbon. Julie, yeah, I think most of us crafters have a messy desk. And I can clean it every day, and I can tidy it up every day. And I'm busy like for 10 minutes and it's rampage again. Okay, why doesn't this... It's not so hard to tie a knot with linen, right? You should think. Tell that to my linen. Why doesn't this want to the way I want it to? Okay, now I lost my teal. Yeah, there it is. I like that. Okay, I'm going to glue this page down. Sure, my glue gun doesn't want to work with me. Like that. And it's still wet, so I'm stuck to it. Okay. I think we're almost done, but it's often the tiny things that make the finishing touch. I thought with the picture collection there are these cute little hearts. Probably you won't see them because they're white. We'll put them here. And I have one in cork. I love to use cork, by the way. I used it there as well. And I have one die cut from the paper. And I'm wondering which one to use. Maybe all three? What do you think? That looks cute, right? Or and you see, I should have done this before because I wanted to staple them on my frame. Is my frame still? Yeah, I can still do that. Huh? I hope. Okay, guys. I told you I was not an organized crafter. Now you see that I didn't joke. I hope this will work and I don't rip my page apart. Oh, guys, sorry Marianne, toch niet gelukt. Ik heb toch weer vieze handen. Oh, was telling about that I always get my hands dirty. Well, I did it again. Okay, but I love this, but I don't like this, so I will cut those off. Those go in my bin. And that's so good to read, Belinda, that we are all messy crafters. You know what? I think that makes part of the fun of crafting. So, even though everything is on my desk. Okay. I wanted to add, how did that smudge get over there? I wanted to add a little stamp, but I'm wondering where. Let me see. Well, there are several cute stamps that I could use. I could use, I like it over there, but is it not too white? Should I use this one? Or should I use the pink one? I like the pink one. I think it's a bit too long, but I can cut it off. Okay, I'm gonna use the pink one. Perhaps it's a bit too long, but I can cut it off. I can choose from favorites, special moment. That seems family time. I think I'll go for family time. No, I'm gonna choose special moment. Why? Because this is the first time my kids allow me to use a picture of them on social media. Normally they never do. So that's a special moment. So I'm gonna ink it up. And let them go my like that. Put it back. Knowing me, otherwise I will lose it. And like I said, I think it's a little bit too long, so I'm gonna cut a little bit off. And since it's on there, on that bumpy bit, I'm gonna use my glue gun again to glue it down, because I don't think otherwise it will stay put there like the way I want it to. Guys, I think we're done. I see I damaged that bit over there because I was too impatient, so I'm gonna I think we're done. So that's it for today. My first live. I hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun showing to you how I make my journal pages. And I hope that I can do it again. What type is your ribbon? It's like a silk kind of ribbon. But you can also use cotton or any type of fabric. Burlap will do as well. Can you tell us what that is again? You mean the lava paste? This one? I will show it in frame, I hope. It's from Cosmic Shimmer. It's called Lava Paste. And it's great to use with the Picture It collection and the art journal specials. Remember, there's a 50% discount, 50% off discount using the code Spotlights, and that ends until 8th of June. Dankjewel, Denise. I hope to be back. I hope Els thinks it went okay. Thanks for watching all, and maybe see you next time. Bye bye.